This dream is from maybe 7 years ago. Planes falling out of the sky. My son was with me as we were driving south down a country road just a few miles from our home. I noticed a commercial airliner that was ahead of us and to the west, but instead of cruising at altitude, it was falling from the sky. We were incredulous, because this is something for which your brain isn't prepared. It was going down a few hundred yards from the road, so I accelerated to get parallel to where it was going to crash. Sickeningly, the plane impacted the ground a minute before we could get there, and as I was skidding to a halt on the shoulder, I saw another guy in a truck stopped just ahead of us, coming from the opposite direction. We took off running across the farmer's empty field, knowing that we wouldn't find any survivors, but we still ran there to get there as fast as we could. There was debris scattered around, but the fuselage was somewhat intact. It was broken in several places, and the wings were collapsed onto the ground. Suddenly, we saw maybe a quarter mile away, further to the west, a second plane was falling as well. We could see better what was happening to it. It was slightly nose up, tilting to the left, and may even have been doing a very slow rotation. It was so sickening to watch. So many questions were flooding my mind. Are we under attack? Was there a high-altitude EMP over the middle of the U.S.? I woke up from this with my heart pounding. I knew that if it happened, it was going to change life for the foreseeable future. After breakfast, I told my wife what I saw, and she told me that she too had a wild dream that morning. She said that she was at the fairgrounds for a horse show, and a missile came down and flew around before it exploded. That always seemed like a confirmation to me, that when the planes drop from the sky, it will be the result of a missile, either carrying an EMP weapon or detonating a nuclear payload which causes an EMP.